The roar of the crowd, the clash of titans, and the sting of betrayal all converged in one fateful night at UFC 313, a night when the very fabric of destiny seemed to unravel before the eyes of an electrified audience. Imagine the arena pulsing with raw energy, every heartbeat syncing with the thundering cheers of thousands, as Alex Pereira stepped into the octagon with a fierce determination to etch his name deeper into the annals of combat sports history. Known for his explosive power and indomitable spirit, Pereira, often hailed as Potten, entered that cage, not only to defend his hard-won light heavyweight title, but to shatter records and surpass legends like John Jones with a fourth title defense that many believe would be his crowning achievement. Yet, as the first bell rang, what transpired was a masterclass in strategy and resilience from an unexpected adversary. Magomedov, whose calm, calculated approach and unwavering focus turned the tide of the bout. Over the span of 5 grueling rounds, every jab, every counter, and every tactical maneuver unfolded like chapters in an epic saga, culminating in a verdict that saw Ankalaev outpoint Pereira to claim the prestigious 205-pound crown. In the wake of this dramatic reversal, the air was thick, not only with the sweat and determination of battle, but with criticism and disbelief, a sentiment echoed by stalwarts like UFC commentator Joe Rogan, who remarked on Pereira's uncharacteristic performance, noting that his usual explosive style was curiously subdued as he found himself repeatedly outstruck. And as if the sting of dethronement weren't enough, the digital realm ignited with another twist of fate. A viral video capturing Pereira's ex-girlfriend, Merle Christine, reveling in his downfall. In a display of unfiltered jubilation, she declared that fate had dealt a poetic hand, citing the symbolic coincidence of his loss on International Women's Day, and celebrated the rise of Ankalaev as the new light heavyweight champion. With an edge of sarcasm and defiance, her message dismissed any notions of robbery in the bout, a sentiment that resonated with echoes from a similar spectacle in the boxing world where Dmitry Bivol's ex-wife had once celebrated his defeat to Artur Beterbiev. For Pereira, the convergence of a title loss and a very public personal affront struck a particularly raw nerve. In a swift, pointed retort that blended humor with a hint of wounded pride, he suggested that she should cease mentioning his name, implying that the presence of her current husband might provoke jealousy, and emphatically concluded with a curt, "No more chama." Such a remark not only underscored the personal dimension of his struggle, but also magnified the drama that had spilled over from the cage into the realm of social media, where every word, every gesture is magnified for all to see. As the night's events unfolded like a high-stakes drama, scripted by fate itself, whispers of potential career shifts began to stir. Rumors that Pereira might pivot to the heavyweight division to perhaps challenge the emerging champion from the high-profile clash between John Jones and Tom Aspinall circulated in hushed tones, though such prospects now seemed increasingly remote in the shadow of recent events. Amid the swirling speculation, one clear promise emerged from the corridors of the UFC. Dana White, the sport's authoritative figure, hinted strongly at an immediate rematch between Pereira and Ankalaev, a prospect that has already set the stage for one of the most anticipated rematches in the light heavyweight division. As the echoes of that fateful fight faded, and the MMA community began to digest the staggering implications of that night, the narrative surrounding Alex Pereira grew ever more complex, a tapestry woven from the threads of professional ambition, personal heartbreak, and the unforgiving glare of public scrutiny. The loss of his title, once seen as a temporary setback, now loomed as a pivotal moment in his career, one that challenged him to reassess, to refine, and ultimately to rise anew. Every critique and every public jeer, every viral clip and every scathing comment combined to form a crucible of pressure from which a reinvigorated champion might yet emerge. In the charged aftermath, Pereira vowed to his loyal fans that he would take the necessary steps to adjust his approach, to learn from the mistakes of that turbulent night, and to mount a comeback that would reclaim his long-coveted gold belt. This promise, born from both defiance and a profound sense of determination, encapsulated the very essence of what it means to be a fighter, the unyielding resolve to stand up, to fight harder, and to reclaim one's honor in the face of overwhelming adversity. As the narrative of that epic night at UFC 313 continued to reverberate across social media and through the hallowed halls of mixed martial arts lore, it became clear that this was not merely a story of a title lost or a personal slight aired for public consumption. It was a story of transformation, of the eternal struggle between triumph and defeat, and of the human spirit's ceaseless quest for redemption. The energy of that evening, both in the octagon and beyond, left an indelible mark on the sport, a reminder that every bout is a battleground not just of physical might, but of emotions, ambitions, and the unpredictable twists of fate. As the dust settled and the debates raged on about strategy, performance, and personal vendettas, one thing remained indisputable. In the unforgiving world of combat sports, where every second can redefine a legacy, the journey of a fighter is never linear, and every setback is simply a prelude to the next great battle. With every retold detail, every analysis by pundits, and every whispered rumor among fans, the saga of Alex Pereira's rise, fall, and potential resurgence continues to captivate and inspire, a living testament to the complex interplay of destiny, determination, and the relentless pursuit of greatness. The electric tension that now crackles in the air is more than just the aftermath of a single fight. It's the emergence of a renewed resolve forged in the flames of defeat and public scorn. In the silent hours that followed that fateful night, as the arena's echoes faded and the relentless scrutiny of social media gave way to quiet introspection, Alex Pereira plunged into an intense period of transformation. Every training session became a battleground where he waged war against his own limitations, meticulously reworking his techniques, sharpening his instincts, and reaffirming the core of his fighting spirit. The loss, compounded by the searing sting of personal betrayal from someone once close, ignited in him a fervor that transcended the physical. It was a call to arms for his very soul, a reminder that in the unforgiving world of combat, every setback is merely the precursor to a greater comeback. With a steely determination, he reevaluated his strategies, his physical conditioning, and his mental fortitude, knowing that the impending rematch with Magomed Ankalaev was not just another fight, it was the crucible in which his legacy would be remade. Rumors of a shift to the heavyweight division began to swirl like distant thunder, yet for Pereira, the focus remained singularly fixed on reclaiming his light heavyweight crown, a mission that now carried the weight of both redemption and defiance. Behind closed doors, in the dimly lit gyms where the only sounds were the rhythmic pounding of gloves on heavy bags and the measured breaths of relentless warriors, Pereira's resolve crystallized into a silent vow. He would not let this moment define him, but rather he would use it as the fuel to rise, evolve, and ultimately triumph. Every drop of sweat, every bruise earned in sparring, and every painstaking adjustment to his fighting style was a testament to the indomitable human spirit, a spirit that refuses to be vanquished by adversity or diminished by the bitter taste of public criticism. As the whispers of an imminent rematch grew louder, and as the world of MMA braced itself for the next explosive chapter in this high-stakes rivalry, Pereira's journey took on an almost mythic quality. It was a saga where personal pride intermingled with the fierce, unyielding passion of a fighter who has tasted both the ecstasy of victory and the agony of defeat. In every training round, every tactical review, and every moment of quiet reflection, the story of Alex Pereira was being rewritten, one that promised not only to reclaim lost glory, but to redefine the very essence of what it means to be a champion in a sport where the line between triumph and downfall is as thin as a razor's edge. With his eyes fixed firmly on the horizon of his next confrontation, and with the echoes of that unforgettable night still resonating in his heart, Pereira embraced the challenge ahead. He understood that every critique, every sneer from critics, and every celebratory jab from those who once stood by him now served as both a reminder of his vulnerabilities and a call to arms to surpass them. The world watched, breathless and expectant, as the stage was being set for a rematch that promised not only to test his physical prowess, but to challenge the very core of his identity as a fighter. In the relentless pursuit of redemption, Alex Pereira has embarked on a path that is as much about reclaiming a title as it is about rediscovering the unyielding spirit that made him a force to be reckoned with in the first place. Every heartbeat, every thunderous cheer from the arena, and every quiet moment of resolve in his training camps now form part of a narrative that is both deeply personal and universally resonant, a story of struggle, transformation, and the eternal quest for greatness in the face of overwhelming odds.